Rumble is there's the opportunity for FlyQuest to just swap on them, very similar to what we saw the last time. You got to remember that Senna relatively low at sieging onto these towers, so if you swap away, you put the Rumble in a very awkward spot, and if you guys remember, break will be secured by Junja. Meanwhile, Inspired knows that the
jungle just took Dragon,
oh, yeah.
so they know that Junja is around this side of the map, and so that's why he's not immediately trying to punish with his level 6 advantage. Once they do get information on any
objective, and the bot side camps for Inspired. He can take a sniff around, maybe drop a bit of wards, maybe there's a camp or two that he can look to steal. The Dragon not going to be spawning still for another 10 seconds, but PSG, it would be difficult for them to contest. Of course, with the TP on Woody, there's an opportunity still.
Yeah.
Question is, do they really want to try and force that fight this early on?
We have to find out onto Jensen again. The flash, remember, still up. He's out of there immediately, but he has to burn the summoner at half HP. They flash as well. Junja, the full commit, the first blood, and PSG's move finally works as much as where the PSG commit, but they're just going to teleport the backs, or at least channel the backs, so he's going to be 1-for-1.
So what they should do now is rotate Hui.
He overextends. There you go. It's fear beyond death time for Argerers. In a 1v2, he just has to get hit, just needs the cooldown. Bwipo's going to flip him. And he's surely dead. A kill over to Bwipo and a great TP.
Will have his teleport, but it's still going to be a strong push there. So Maple gets top side first turret bonus, but bottom side should answer fairly shortly here for Bwipo.
Eventually.
Ooh, wow. I mean, credit to all though.
Yep. So it is still going to be a longer trade. Localized gold not there though.
Not unhappy. You have that much extra power in the early game. If FlyQuest saying they don't want to take the fight, Bwipo now in a bit of danger.
Yeah, and there's a good damage here. He just picked up Kraken Slicer. Junja's strong, but Bwipo, maybe with a Black Cleaver, I should hold my words. Betty with a root down, hits on the minion, and eventually the small Krug gives the binding, and that opens Archer to open up the turret and give PSG an advantage. FlyQuest move, Archer zones out, the Nature's Grass comes in, need a quick smite, and it's secure, but Junja now, and the rest of PSG need to get out, but they turn for the engaged equalizer. Absolutely gorgeous. Inspired, burning to a crisp, manages to survive, but Bwipo, with his trade-off, turns it for Fly. Now for PSG.
And then they escape. So pretty close.
Oh, no, we're back. Suddenly we fight once, and let's go again. The yoink hit from Woody is good, but Junja is too low to continue the fight. FlyQuest moves through this choke as the 3-man. They draw back with a great handshake, but Maples does it again. The Spring King set up, lure them in, and North America
teleports in. It's all over. Good night.
Old fans will remember as we go for the hostile takeover again. It's actually a good one from Busio, but under the turret, it gets destroyed and ignored. Busio is going to drop. No, excuse me, Argerers. Bwipo jumps in again. The Urgot, a pain, a thorn in the side of PSG. Junja running forward though, and the bailout won't save him as FlyQuest are getting hella low. And Maple now using his range once more. A double over to Junja, and just when Bwipo comes online, it looks like FlyQuest are torn apart. Junja with the extended chase is going to drop on down, and PSG are running over them.
A triple for Junja, and PSG aren't even done. He wants a quadra. Jensen's going to be able to back off. They don't give it to him, but PSG, again, they are sweeping.
Set up for that early triple kill in favor of PSG, which now converts into a 7-4 kill advantage and full control. Calm and controlled game of League. It's FlyQuest throwing out the ultimate to make sure that they can get that red buff. They lose it.
With the hook in, front to back, equalizer again. Ardre is burning them all down. FlyQuest have to get out of there. As again, the equalizer, now that it's through, Arja has to rotate with the spiraling despair. May have brought North America.
As the rest of them try and keep control of the mid wave, and that's going to be Dragon Soul gone.
Soul.
PSG, they're
the soul to boot. That's a threatening objective that FlyQuest have to be scared of.
We have to see what happens to the side lane, because meanwhile, Arja is getting tanked on, and Bwipo just looking for the solo kill at least to change their fate. He's got good damage, but Arja's buying so much time while Baron's being done in the meanwhile. Bwipo just needs to get the kill and get the TP in. Arja again, he's also burning his health bar as the Baron still goes down. Arja dies, but Bwipo can't join the fight. Inspired about to die as the Nature's Grasp, and again, the Berserk fly through. It's good from Busio. It's good damage onto PSG, but FlyQuest need to finish the job. Watch Jensen. He's got range, he's got flash, and he needs to connect 2 and 2 together. Woody's out, and he's out so far that range is not the advantage anymore. Baron, TP, run, kill. Bwipo's idea right now as he gets rooted down and looking for the edges. Junja, but he's not needed. Fear Beyond Death goes to the wayside, and PSG get away with 4 members with the purple worm.
Yeah, and PSG actually turning around now, looking for a little bit of push of their own. They've got Aji in 10 seconds, and he has Unleashed Teleport ready, is what they're thinking.
You're right. I mean, again, they're feeling so confident.
Not here, remember?
There's no stun down, there's no root down as well for FlyQuest, walking into their own trap, trying to get back. The piercing light comes through from Betty, the ulti crate, but Again, FlyQuest need to run. Archer's now TP'd in. Inspired has joined back in. Onto Bwipo. They're just trying to find the decisive teamfight to end the game as Equalizer zones off and Bwipo burning down. He goes into the bailout, but he gets no reset. And even after the Baron, they feel confident enough to know we have scaled against FlyQuest in game 1.
What a strange fight flashing from Betty. Jensen.
Close to dying. I mean, look again, they're using what I've said over and over. The range is there. Betty, auto, and Maple flies through. He finds himself a quick double. And PSG are definitely finding themselves a win in this game.
A convincing fight for PSG. The Baron, the Soul, the Nexus in their eyes. They're looking to secure game 1 against FlyQuest.
It feels simple, doesn't it? Again, PSG mitigated the early game. They got themselves in a comfortable position. And Maple has been chilling all game long. This is it, with great numbers to farm, with the range to show with 3 items, is tearing them apart. Betty not closely behind. PSG now have another turret in their eyes. They're not going to end it right here, but Inspired wants to get a pick off and find something back. But Nature's Grass goes to the wayside, and now double turret is down, soon to be followed by double inhibitor.
Yeah, they'll be happy with just 2 inhibitors down. They have so much money.
Story, I feel like the FlyQuest have just missed opportunities in this game. And PSG, with what has been a great scaling line of time to try and flip an Elder. If they can somehow steal that away, then there's still a chance of them winning this game. But PSG, they're not going to give them the opportunity. Another tower falls, another inhibitor is exposed.
That'll drop too soon. Minion wave from the top side coming in. It's supers as well. Look at the poke once more. Center ulti flies through. It is Yeeha, and that Inspired with the nice redemption to come down, but it won't save him for too far long. And PSG now just have to clean this up, dot the I's, cross the T's. When you're at MSI seeing such a strong performance on the backbone of being so flimsy against FlyQuest on day 1, it's improvement, it's performances like this that makes these guys true Spring Kings. Back to MSI, a PSG, and back to a game 1 win in even better fashion than they started with as they move to match point to get to the main stage.
Junja, Maple, and Betty all
Team fight composition with all the utility they have at their disposal.
Ash? Okay, Rumble top. So we get the answer of the flex in the end. I was going to wonder, because Arja is also a Narb player. Just wondering how we went in that direction, but we get more AP through both solo lanes this time. And as you said, Woody zoned out though, as Busio happy to take the damage with only the healing response from Massive.
And Inspired immediately, seeing him down there for that gank, jumps right on the objective to clear it out. But it should just be a dragon trade as well in the end. But here we go. Jensen going to come down and check what he's doing.
Peekaboo, Junja there waiting. Emperor's Divide, he slides, he glides, and Jensen's just out with the ulti. But in front of Dragon, I mean, it should be an easy take for PSG.
Yeah. It's one of the both against the enemy jungler, finding advantages where he can and gaining that map control.
Here's my question. If Inspired was just going to go farm topside jungle cooldown, but
maybe he wanted to ward the dragon, expecting it to be sided, and they wanted a good timing on when it would start.
Also, gentlemen, because topside is going to turn into an equalizer. Arja flashes out of range, Inspired matches, but Bwipo didn't get the stun down. Double flash for Arja to lead him on a goose chase. He now heartbreakers, but Maple's coming in. A star descends, and they're setting up first blood. FlyQuest over chase, and just like that, their chances. Early game, and PSG trying to make it greater with Junja moving to the bot side. Massive is isolated by himself. The arrow connects, he's got no cleanse. He's knocked up, and for a second time, he's taken down. There we go.
Rotate over to mid again.
Jungle 2v2 begins. Inspired looks for the chase. The singularity comes through. Great ulti from Junja. Denies Jensen from getting him out, but as you already said, Betty, the turret plays that go with it make it huge. It's a 2k gold lead here in this early game. And feels like it's going to grow from there as well. More so looking, Maple has himself the Skies Descend from what I can see on the sidebar. So we get towards another fight. A bit of an upgrade here for PSG to play around with again.
I mean, PSG, it's just such a big difference here where they've made really good adjustments from the first series. I mean, Jensen has to walk all the way from top lane, so he's a little bit far.
Dominus used Astral Flight, he's going in. I mean, this Aurelion Sol wants to go in, but against Busio, no! PSG so overconfident. It's the Skies Descend for Bwipo as he gets taken out. It still looked okay. Inspired's out over the back wall though, and even though Fly got the opening kill, even though they punished, PSG are so damn strong. So early in the game, Masu's up next, great sidestep as Inspired looks to punish further. Jensen moves in, but he doesn't have an ult. Easy arrow connects again. No cleanse, seems like
top side of the map. They still went for the play. They still thought they could pull it off with the big AoE, but look at the response.
Look for stopping the trade as Jensen sits under. He keeps ordering it. I think he wants to die for it. Meanwhile, we look at Maple on the top side. A Falling Star will erupt, and it gets a stun on Bwipo and Inspire with a TP as well. Bwipo just burning down. Woody finds the kill, and I don't think they're expecting that much damage that soon.
The TP adds insult to injury because this tower is going to go down anyway, but by TPing top, it helps secure that tower for RG.
Arrow. Oh, it almost connects. Either Busio or Massa were in trouble. Inspire's going to cover this while Junja moves across mid. Just to find the pick. They continue on. Busio's ulti is not without a risk. Maple picks up the kill. This is just running away, gentlemen. The gold keeps getting bigger, and FlyQuest options are so slim.
Yeah, that was a nice little pick from them, and they're not even done.
Help me, Jensen. He needs a hand, but a breath of light, a follow through. Singularity flashed away from at least he gets the Emperor's Divide, but under turret. Junja cares not. A Crescent Guard buys him some time as Bwipo and Inspired look for the reset. He goes for the Audacious Charge, but he gets no escape. Still PSG look for it as the face call onto Masu is up next. They're trying to exemplify their experience in the 2v2 as Maple just flies away. Bwipo's there. Inspired ultis, but he's sitting in the Singularity. The poke that comes out of PSG's bottom lane is insane as Busio came over the wall. FlyQuest are crumbling. They get no moves, no response, but this is just how good PSG are.
Been falling apart for them. PSG have been playing the map better.
Oh, it still hits every time, you're right.
The lack of cleanse, you called it earlier, Hysterics. We're seeing the consequences now, the Herald as well. PSG are dominating in this second game.
There's a reason this team always makes a miracle run. I mean, third in the regular season, but they make the playoff run work. They beat down Japan as well. And in such a convincing grand final, we thought, hey, PSG again, macro kings of their region. It looks like the development can't be understated as well as Zenitaro's going to follow through with pick after pick after pick. That now leads them. TP's going to be burned. I mean,
okay, FlyQuest gonna, they're going to full send here. They're going to full send. They know it's going away from them.
Dominance from Bwipo. The smite needs to come down. Junja's on it. He ults for it as well. Arja zones out the all-in on this Aurelion Soul's great. FlyQuest with a chance as Busio comes in and shows off. Inspired. Excuse me, Jensen's ult was also great, but there's not enough damage yet. Betty, Arja, knock him down. Busio off the backline, no matter how good his engages have been. It's not enough, and Masu has to run into this composition with no support, with no front
just too big. They don't quite have the itemization that they need. And now with 16 kills.
And hope that you can make a...
But the problem is PSG. I mean, you see FlyQuest forcing on one side. PSG are here. It's a star falling onto Jensen. He's almost dead by himself. Junja goes into the backline and are making short work. Look at Arja cutting off their realm of escape. That dragon is unholy.
Not expecting this performance from PSG. But after their defeat to
there from Maple, chunking him down low, and the rest of the squad already on the way to finish the job.
We go again. When have you seen an Aurelion Soul 1v1ing a Renekton? Bwipo is breathed down. Number one. We saw some pretty good moments here from this team, but the second seed of LCS is close to being eliminated, and PSG are now rampaging the base in order to secure themselves into the main stage. Remember, this is not just the hope of the PCS. OCE, LJL attach themselves to this region now. They represent a mass, a group. PSG are doing them proud right now with a potential 2-0 on the timeline. Inspired's trying to defend this, but look at the Baron minions do work. Look at the poke that's coming from Arja in the lane swap. The all-in. Falling Star doesn't need to connect because Junja, Crescent Guards, zones them away. The pick comes through, double inhibitor down. Now is it going to be the end is the question.
PSG have the Nexus in their eyes. They have a spot in the group stage of MSI, and they're not going to hold back.
Revenge is looking good, isn't it? Not only for day one, but for last year. FlyQuest sitting near their fountain, the poke coming through. Baron minions number 2 on the way. The cannon has range, and PSG is zoning FlyQuest from getting anywhere near the Mary. Root down onto RG, flashes away. That's a win. Dominance already popped by Bwipo as he runs on in too. But this Dragon, remember, objective bounty if they can do anything about it, but there's also a super minion at the base, knocking away and making minions work. PSG look for the engage, otherwise knowing that FlyQuest have to base away. The arrowheads too, and Busio's ulti might be okay, but it doesn't find a target in the end. Woody flashes forward, gets Fate's call to be saved away. It's insult to injury. It's equalizer to Masu. It's FlyQuest on their last legs at MSI for this year.
PSG don't even need the Dragon. They're going to run down FlyQuest. Inspire trying to get something back.
He does get something. There's a shutdown there, but Betty, remember this, Callista does one-shot work. Mabel still finds a burn on Masu eventually, and Betty with a rend out. He's going to find Inspired, but there's a trade. It's
kind of messing around. Two Renekton's in the jungle. Vedius not going to have any chance of stealing that one. Unless they
for a lot of his competitive career. Now getting a chance to shoulder as TP comes through. The last inhibitor turret on the line. The arrow flies through. It's a good dodge from Busio. But it's still an unnerving situation. The last inhibitor looks to drop even without the Baron buff. Inspired looks for an angle while PSG hold on to that Skies Descend. That could end the world.
FlyQuest haven't given up just yet. They've sent Whippo to catch bot wave. Jensen, level 16 on the Azir. Third item still a ways away. Inspired goes for a 1v1, but he's dead.
Arja stands and just churns damage at him. Inspired thought he could take him, thought it was something. But at this point, I'm not sure what the thought was. FlyQuest now, again, the base defense comes through. Junja quickly, swiftly takes them out. 3 members left standing, but the Spring Kings, the PCS that never misses out on MSI thanks to PSG. As the Skies Descend, will knock away FlyQuest. We'll move to the main stage, get revenge for last year's Golden Guardians, and make do their rights here.
As well as Wendy for translation. First question, I feel like a pretty big win for the PCS for yourself. How are you feeling? What does this mean to you and to your team, PSG Talon?
那首先恭喜你们，今天是非常漂亮、干净利落的比赛，相信这场胜利对你们来讲也是意义重大、非常重要的一场胜利。所以说赢下之后，你感觉如何？同时呢，你觉得对于你来讲，对 PCS 来讲，对 PSG 来讲，你觉得意味着什么呢？
我觉得赢下来挺开心的吧，因为我们前一轮是输给他们了嘛，然后这对我们来讲，因为我们去年是没进嘛，然后今年我们进了，代表我们是有在成长的吧。
Definitely, we're super happy about the result because we lost to FlyQuest the last battle of 3. So this time we just take the revenge. We're so happy about that. And also for last year's MSI, we didn't manage to qualify to the main stage. So this time we do this. So that really means like PCS for us, we just make some improvements.
So you mentioned the first series against FlyQuest. What was the biggest change between that series and today's series that allowed you to come out on top so convincingly?
那其实你也提到了上一次和他们交手的一个成绩嘛，那你觉得这次和他们交手，你觉得你们哪些地方可以做的有些不一样了，才能够使这次有这么具有统治力的一场胜利呢？
我觉得这一次的话，就是他们放给我们比较好的角色了，我觉得上路来说，然后我们前面的换线应对也做得比上一次更好，所以我们才能赢下来。
I feel the main reason is for this time they just open like very comfortable top lane champion choices for me, and also we just can do better for the lane swap, and we really have a very good idea to handle with that. So that's the main reason.
That's fantastic, fascinating. I feel like one of the most important matchups in the first series was your matchup versus Whippo. Was there anything that you did differently today to come out on top over him?
那其实上一次你们交手的时候，可能说一个焦点的看点也是你和 Brippo 选手的上路对决。所以说，你觉得在这一次，你个人来讲，你可能整个的在游戏的内容当中有展现出哪些不一样的东西吗？
我觉得这一次的话，我比较我清楚他们第二场像是第二场他打野一直针对我嘛，然后其实我都是知道的，然后防守的应对也做得很好，然后防住了他们上野的进攻。
To be honest, like we are very clear about their jungle pathing. Like in game 2, we already know like the opponent's jungler he was like try to make some dives on me, try to make some ganks on me. So we can really handle with it so good. We know like what we should do at that time point. So because of that, we can just like handle with the laning phase so well.
It was incredible to see that adaptation. Last question. We don't know who you'll be playing yet because of the draw, but is there anyone in the bracket stage that you're especially excited to go up against? Is there anyone that you really want to beat or play against in top lane?
那其实虽然说我们还不知道正赛的一个抽签结果，但是也非常想问一下阿志选手，或许在正赛的阶段有没有想要遇到的对手，有没有想要和他面对然后针锋相对的上路选手呢？
我觉得想再一次遇上的话就是阿斌吧，因为在几年前输给他了，所以想再次跟他交手一次。
So I'd really like to face against being on the top lane, maybe in the main stage, because I lost to him a few years ago. So this time I like to just play against him again.
And I cannot wait to see it. Thank you again, Wendy. Thank you so much, Aja, for the interview. Back to you with the desk.
Thank you, Dracos. Well, I guess I won't be needing this
Don't need
anymore.
this.
So yeah, there you go. PSG advances. Oh wow,
Wow, Jat is very angry.
raging
Yeah.
here.
Disappointed.
I get it. I get it. Maybe we'll see the same result for me afterwards. But PSG advances to the next stage, though. We will have the draw show at the end of the second series. So yeah, just stick around to see what is going to happen for the teams that qualify for the second stage. Any quick thoughts on this series, guys? I'm going to let you go.
I will say, so in looking at PSG going ahead, I
Yeah.
still think, regardless of what Aja just said in that interview, they really do need to work on their response to lane swaps. I thought their wave management was definitely not as good as FlyQuest, especially in that first game. So looking forward